This is the Happy Days video tutorial for the placemats with border. You will need 2 contrasting fabrics, some fusible fleece, a heat erasable pen, and I find a quilting ruler really useful, but if you haven't got one of those, a normal ruler will do. And here's how we make them. For each table mat, you will need 2 squares, the smaller inner square and the larger outer square. On the wrong side of your larger square, iron on your fusible fleece. Put it in the centre of your square. On the pretty side of your fabric, mark the centre of each side by measuring with your ruler. Use your heat erasable pen and draw a line as I've done. On the back of your smaller piece, measure 1 centimetre in from the edge and draw a line, and do this all the way around. Take your time with this when you do it. And once you've done that, measure halfway across and make a mark. Measure halfway across, make a mark. Halfway across and another mark. And then a mark on this piece. Now, place your smaller square on top of your larger square, pretty side to pretty side, and line up this centre line you made and this centre line on here, line them up. Line up this top edge as well, and then add some clips. Now take it over to the sewing machine and sewing from this corner on this line, sew all the way across to this point. Do not sew at the sides. Remember, we're only sewing on that 1 centimetre line that we drew. I've sewn all along the line, remembering not to go all the way across the fabric. Now we've got to do exactly the same to the opposite side. So I'll spin it round and using the centre line we drew and the centre line here, bring it over. Match up your lines. And ensure that this edge and this edge on the red line up. And then once again, add a few clips. And now I'm going to sew across this line once again, all the way across, and stop. I've sewn across the line remembering not to go right across the fabric. Now we're going to work on the third side. So as we did before, the centre line we drew and the centre line we drew on the red pulled together. It'll start to look a bit bunched now, but don't worry. Oh. There, that's better. Put the clips in. And once again, it's important to match up this top edge. Accuracy is definitely the key with these. From cutting out to pinning. And now I'm going to sew across that line to the end point, remembering once again not to go all the way across. I've sewn carefully across the line, remembering not to go all the way across. And I'm going to twist it round. Now we're working on the last side. Now this side is a little bit different because we've got to leave a gap, but as we did before, match this centre mark and the centre mark on your back piece, and then start clipping away. I've added my clips and I've remembered to leave my gap sign, and now I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine, and as we did before, sew along the line up to the gap sign and stop. Start again this side and all to the end of the line and stop. As you can see, we're left with these 4 bunny ears, and we're going to sew those next. Pinch together one of your corners and ensure the top edges line up, and place it flat on your work surface. We're now going to draw a line from the folded edge through the line of stitching. Using one of the lines on your ruler, place it on the folded edge and ensure then that this edge goes through your line of stitching. Then draw a line carefully along as I have done. Next, add a couple of clips just to hold it into place. And we're going to take it over to the sewing machine and carefully sew along that line we've just drawn. I've sewn along my line. Now I'm going to repeat for the next corner. Now on to the next one. Pinch together as we did before, ensuring that these all line up. Place flat on the table. Put one of the lines of your ruler on the folded edge and then draw a line up through your stitching, as I have done. I've added my clips, and now, as I did before, I'm going to sew along the line. I've sewn along my line, and now I'm going to repeat the whole process for the other 2 corners. Next, take your scissors and carefully cut off the excess fabric as I've done, and carefully snip into the corner. Do this for all 4 corners. That's all 4 corners trimmed. And now, using the gap we left, turn it the right way out. I've turned it the right way out, and I've pushed out the 4 corners, and I've pressed it. As you can see, we've still got the gap here from when we turned it. So the next stage is to sew carefully between the 2 fabrics, top stitching, and this will seal up the gap. This is called sewing in the ditch. Increase your stitch length to about a 4 when you do this, and then go all the way down, all the way across and back up. I've sewn carefully all the way around, and that's your first table mat all finished. And now it's up to you to make as many as you need. That's your placemats with border all finished.